Broadcasting from Arizona Western College for 55 years, this is KOFA Yuma on 94.7 FM. Listen to music on demand at kawc.org and on the KOFA app. What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter airs next, followed by Midday Music on KOFA. It's 10 o'clock.
If you are in the process of planning for your estate, please consider including KAWC, KOFA, and other charitable organizations in your will or trust. Gifts to nonprofit organizations in your estate planning can help continue your connection to the causes that are important to you. For information, call us at 877-838-5292.
What's up, Yuma? I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And on today's program, we are going to be joined first by Liz Bialecki. Yes, she's from BadApple Boxing.
Ooh, sounds cool.
Yeah, and they got a big event coming up. One of their first ones, I think, some boxing matches. So she's going to talk about that, as well as
Natasha and Johanna from Rise Up Realty.
So we're going to be talking about realty.
The state of the market.
Yeah, we're going to find out if you should be buying or not. So stay with us for What's Up Yuma Radio, beginning right now on KOFA 94.7 FM.
And streaming online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. And you can stream right now on the Border Radio Facebook page and KAWC YouTube page. And send us an email to whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma and Imperial Valley Wealth Management, offering solutions for those who value financial planning. YIVWM.com.
Chili from Philly, Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome to another episode of What's Up Yuma Radio. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And as promised on today's show, we have Liz, and I'm going to let you say your last name again. I've heard it a whole bunch of times. I've known your husband for some time now, but what's the proper pronunciation?
Bialecki.
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 Okay. Bialecki.
Yes.
Did you ever ask your husband, where does that come from?
Yeah, actually, there's like it was like Polish, and it was used to be like Bialecki, I think, and it was Americanized,
wow.
And so here we are, Bialeckis.
Bialecki.
Is there like a whole clan of Bialeckis out there? Like, do we know?
Yeah, I think there is. There's I think in Yuma we may be the only ones, but there are a couple out there.
Yeah,
the whole clan of Bialeckis.
Yeah.
All right, and you're with us today to kind of talk about BadApple Boxing. You got an event coming up. And that's going to be really big. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about you. Okay. That's what we do here. So are you originally from Yuma?
I am. I was born and raised out here. I am a criminal.
All right.
Nice. Neither one of us are.
Yeah. So I did graduate.
We're all rivals here. This might end in a whole fist fight.
If you went to KOFA, then
that was him.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a Yuma Crim, and I graduated in 2005. Then I came to AWC. I did my business degree here.
And you said you were talking off air that you came here for a different reason that you end up graduating with. Why'd you come here?
Originally, I was going, I came for broadcast journalism.
Right. So you could have been behind a microphone for a while.
You could be one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was cool back in the day. It didn't work out for me very well.
I don't think I'm cool to do this.
I thought I could handle it.
So what happened?
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know. I think maybe there's a lot of reading involved, actually.
Oh,
there's a lot of memorization and,
for
takes and
like reporting and stuff like that, and like presenting a story.
But you're trying to be a journalist.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a journalist.
Yeah, we do not do that at all.
But
like,
you read ads.
Don't listen to anything we say. It's probably fake news.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't report facts.
Yeah, we don't read anything.
Yeah, I'm more off the cuff, and I remember having to do a bunch of reading for like ads and stuff, and it was like, oh my God,
it's just a little overwhelming.
Yeah. So I don't know. After a while, I think it started off cool, but then it was like, might not be.
So then you switched to business.
Yeah.
And how'd that go?
Good. I finished, that's what I graduated in here.
Nice.
And I started working in banking right after high school.
Oh.
Actually, it used to be AEA Federal Credit Union.
Yes.
Everyone knows it by that still.
Yeah, I can't even say the new name, but I was, I started working there. Funny, because
really?
I didn't want to work weekends, and they weren't open on the weekends.
Yeah, so that was your
very
goal?
Smart
Like,
plan. That was my plan.
You're like, I need my weekends to party.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, weekends back then to party. Now it's like weekends just to like not move off the couch and hang out.
Yeah, so I started as a teller, and then I started working my way up, and then by the time I left before San Diego, I was a branch manager at their Somerton branch.
Nice.
But then we moved, our whole family moved. And
So were you with your husband before you moved?
yeah, he's the reason why we moved.
Yeah.
He,
And his name is?
Tyler Bialecki.
Tyler.
Yes. He is a professional mixed martial artist, and he kind of capped out here in Yuma with resources. So we thought, hey, let's just go to the big city. And we started working over there, and he started fighting out of Victory MMA. And that's
How did you guys meet?
high school.
Oh, really?
So he was the kid out of San Diego that got transferred,
To Yuma.
to Yuma. Parents divorced.
They kicked him out of San Diego. Like that was the whole thing. Like in shackles.
You can't come back.
He was on like one of those prison buses and shackles. And it's like,
he
all right.
definitely tested.
They
his
dropped him off
boundaries.
so he was a criminal too, huh?
Yeah, well, for a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
For a little bit, and then that didn't work out either.
Really?
So he
He's a troublemaker.
He was. I will say fighting saved him. The whole combat sport thing. It really. School isn't for everyone, and he did actually come to AWC and do his GED test just on a whim when he quit school. And he's like, I'm just going to do it. And he passed it right away. So it's not that some people can't do it. It's just that it's
exactly.
not.
No, I really am in agreement with school's not for everyone.
Yeah. So, and that's what he did. And he does construction by trade. That's what he's really good at, and fighting also. So those are the things. He works with his hands.
Yeah. So when did he get into MMA? You said that fighting kind of saved him. So
it was actually 18, like right around high school time, right when we graduated. He started training. It was, I can't remember the name, but it was like Arizona Athletic Club back then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one at the mall?
Yeah. It might have been sooner than that, before they got the actual
Okay.
building.
Before they got the, okay.
And yeah, he started with jujitsu, and Anthony Hale ran it back in the day. And he just found the love for it. And it was like his thing. Once he jumped in, he got really good at it. And but I think his very first few fights were here in Yuma at Desert Rage. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a old school one. That's
when we moved to San Diego, he's fought like Bellator. He's done CFFC, LFC. He's done a lot of the big shows. He's fought Brandon Moreno, who's the #1 flyweight. So he's got a pretty good resume. But the kids are why we've continued it too, because our boys all of a sudden brought us into this fight world.
So they wanted to be like a fighter like daddy, or they're just like rowdy at home and you're like, all right.
No, I think you know what happens, and when kids grow up around their parents and they're just like seeing what they do all day. Tyler had a whole setup at the gym, or in the garage at the house. Yeah. And the kids just watch, and when the little boys are watching their dad, it's like, that's what you want to do. And it's funny because now that we see old pictures, and you can see our oldest Skylar just like looking at his dad. We were in Texas for a fight, and he was like, weighing in and stuff. And I have a picture of him just staring at dad,
Like in awe.
But
you're a superhero.
That's what happens.
Did you have kids before you moved to San Diego? Yeah.
So when we moved to San Diego, our kids we only had 2 boys at the time. I was pregnant with my daughter, and he was like 5 and 4, I think. And then I was pregnant with my daughter. Wow. So they grew up in San Diego.
Exactly.
And they started wrestling down there. We were traveling everywhere. They got really good. And then my oldest kept saying, hey, I want to do boxing. And of course, Tyler's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, it's just me. Yeah.
So no, why was the no there?
I didn't understand boxing at first. I understood it from the perspective of what I saw in the fight game in general, managing my husband later. I understood it that way. I didn't think I wanted that life for my kids.
Sure.
And I didn't understand the boxing scene, which was very, very different
because
than MMA.
Tyler was doing MMA. Yeah. So yes, I hear it is very different.
It is very different. And once I actually, once he was the one, we're a Mexican family. My dad, we grew up watching boxing. If you're a Mexican family, that's what you do on a Saturday night. And so we always had those like boxing shows at the house.
Big parties.
And my kids, as Skylar says, that he would watch it all the time, and he was the one that just kept asking. I think they got tired of wrestling. And I managed to wait until he was 10 then he really forced us into it. And my husband said, okay, go here, find this, find that. And because at the time my husband was still fighting. So I needed to make sure I was available. And he always supervises everything. So everything is approved by, well, now Coach Tyler, but Dad Tyler at the time, to make sure that they got all the resources that they needed. We found a really awesome gym down in San Diego who their USA Boxing, and they had like the number one kid in the nation at the time who was going for the Olympics, like that realm. And that's kind of where I dove in and started learning the back end of it.
Okay.
Like
so what was it the difference about boxing from MMA that you were maybe more comfortable with?
I think, well, in general, the USA, just like USA Wrestling, but USA Boxing, it's very structured. There's rules, there's a point system. They get incentivized by moving around the ring and also moving up and down the strike zone. And it was just more structured. And it's not what you see on TV where you see like 12 rounds. And it's not like that. Youth boxing is, it's very like structured, and it's a minute rounds for certain ages, a minute 30, and it's 3 rounds.
And that's it?
Yeah,
like 3 rounds are done? Okay.
Yeah. So when you start to realize, and then you realize that that's what happens to get to the Olympics, you know? So there's this whole dynamic that, that we learned. And when we decided to take it a little bit more seriously, and my husband said, we're opening a boxing gym and we're moving back home. Because this at this point.
And how old were your kids at that time?
Skylar, my oldest, was in 8th grade. So he moved it back to Yuma in 8th grade. Culture shock.
Yes. You're like, sorry, kid.
Yeah. And then we opened up the gym, and that's
so why did he want to move back to Yuma? What was that?
There's a couple things. And if we wanted him to be more of a part of the kids' future in fighting, we needed to come to a city that was a little bit more slow paced.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think being that we're from here and this is where our kids are born, I didn't want them to be coming out of a big city. I wanted them to come out of where their roots are from, you know? And if we thought about the dynamic in San Diego, there's so many more resources, and Yuma is missing a lot of those resources. And once we learned it, I'm like, we could take this back and we can
become that resource.
Yeah. Become the resource that Tyler needed when we moved, because had he had those resources here at the time, we probably would have never moved.
Exactly. So,
and that's happens with a lot of people. Like Kelvin also, there's a point where he maxed out here, right? And trains in bigger cities. And a lot of the athletes have to do that, you know?
Yeah, because you hit like the wall here.
Yeah.
So he says, honey, pack your bags.
Yeah.
We're going to go open a gym. And what was your reaction?
Okay.
Sure, let's go.
So, I just kind of went with it, and he literally designed the whole thing, built it from scratch. I just started studying the back end, like what we needed to do for memberships, what the rules were, all that stuff.
So that's when that business stuff kicked in for you, right?
Yeah.
Because you already did, like you said, you managed him and stuff like that, but now you're going to start your own business, your own boxing club. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So you did the research, you did your homework.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, in entrepreneurship in general, it's a scary thing. So a lot of people they're scared to do it. Yeah. I was one of them. Yeah. Everyone would tell me, you should open your own business. You should. And it's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. But if it wasn't that he gave me that push, I wouldn't have been brave enough.
So and you handle the money, you handle the memberships, kind of the paperwork.
Yeah, the back end. The
I was like, I met her. I was like, do you box? She's like, no.
No.
Did you want to fight her, Ronnie? Is that what you're calling out?
But then we talked about.
You're like, want to box?
I've never been in a fight in my life.
Oh, okay.
To this day, never been hit. Well. Like, I don't ever want to experience that. But we were talking about how much we love the boxing workouts.
Yeah,
and it's so good for you.
It is, and that's the thing that I was saying earlier. It's like literally 1% of athletes that train in boxing will ever actually do it professionally. It's literally just for the art of it, the mental capacity of it, the workout. There's so much more to it. So yeah.
Okay.
So did you ever want to though? Did you ever want to get in their ring with it? Like, did that ever appeal to you?
You mad at Tyler?
Back in the day. So back
You're like, put on the gloves, babe. We're going for round 3.
You didn't do your laundry last night.
Socks
back
on the
in the
floor.
day when we were at Arizona Athletic Club, I used to teach Zumba there, and I would actually spar a little, before kids. Once I started having those kids, I'm telling you, like I was nervous for everything.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
You get that. Now I could never, back in the day, yes, I think it was, I would spar, I would participate.
You were only responsible for you.
Yeah, now there's so much more to live for.
I love it.
You got to be good for the kids.
Yeah.
So you came back, opened the gym. How long did it take you to open it?
Tyler we got the lease, and he remodeled it in 30 days, and then we opened it right when we moved.
That's very quick.
Yeah, he works fast.
Yeah, that's the way he does it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that is so quick.
And we were under the gun because we had my kids had Vice Media had reached out for a mini documentary on them, and I wanted to be in Yuma ready to go when we filmed it.
Yes.
And it was like they're coming to film for 3 days on these days, and we were under the gun for it, and we made it happen.
And that's a pretty big deal with Vice Media coming down. I remember because I think I interviewed you at you and your husband at the previous station I was at. I'm not going to mention their name. So I remember
it's
that.
It's like Voldemort. You don't say the name.
Yeah. What was that like? Was that pretty fun?
It was really cool, but we knew going in, and if you guys ever get the chance to see it and see the comments, we knew that stuff was going to come, but the whole platform was to try and kind of, it was a controversial youth sport.
Okay.
And they had found my husband being a professional athlete, and then his kids, they're all through their Instagrams. And so it was appealing to them, and that's where it came,
Got it.
So the whole thing was, we knew it was going to be controversial. And I talked to the boys about it. Like, are you guys serious that you want to do this? Because if you do, you have to stay off of the comments. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Vice is known to be pretty salacious anyway.
Yeah.
That's what they get. That's like their appeal.
Yeah. So
they try to be controversial.
Yeah. That's their whole thing is controversy.
Yeah.
Pretty
so
much.
we were really weary. So
you knew there was going to be negative backlash.
Oh yeah, definitely. But my hope behind it was that if I could change someone else's mind, that way my kids changed mine and my family once we jumped in, then you see that there's so much more to it. And boxing is really known as like the poor man's sport, really. Yeah.
Totally.
So yeah, it was really cool. But one of the things that we wanted to make sure was that we filmed in our hometown versus.
So that was the rush, the speed on it.
Because we literally started talks before we even considered moving down here.
Wow.
But I couldn't. Tyler was the glue behind the fight thing, and I figured if we filmed at any other gym that wasn't our own, it wouldn't
hit as hard.
Yeah, because you couldn't see what we do in a garage or what we're doing at home or the whole thing. Like, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. So cool. We're going to take a break. Thank you a little bit for that, little bit of the history on how you got started here. We're going to find out how's it going now after the other side of this break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Ever wanted to be on the radio? Still talking into your hairbrush in the mirror? Border Radio needs you as a volunteer host. Share music, stories, and local conversations that matter. No experience necessary. We'll provide the training. Email info@borderradioaz.org or call 877-838-5292 for more information.
This is 94.7 FM. I'm Juan Garcia from the KWC Newsroom. The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with a high near 91 and a northeast wind around 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 63. Hundreds in Yuma joined the nationwide No Kings rally, a movement pushing back against what protesters call threats to democracy. For more information, visit kawc.org/news. Stay tuned for more What's Up Yuma with Johnny and Ronnie on 94.7 FM, KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Sunrise Cleaning, serving the Yuma area's residential and commercial cleaning needs. Sunrise exclusively uses eco-friendly cleaning products and provides specialty services such as solar panel, carpet, and RV cleaning. More information and appointment booking at sunrisecleaningaz.com.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here talking to Liz from BadApple Boxing, and we got a little bit of the history. Now we're going to find out how's it going. What's it like to be an owner of a gym, and about how many kids do you have at your gym?
We have about 80 members.
Wow.
That's a lot. We separate by age group. Coach Tyler is the only coach you see at Bad Apple. I am the assistant. He tells me what to do and I support him.
Okay.
Is that going to be, do you ever plan to hire another coach?
I think in the future, I think it'll be an athlete that went through his program.
So homegrown, somebody raised up. Yeah, that's
that
cool.
way they know his style, and he separates by age group. So it's like we start with the elementary kids. He even has some TK kids, and then he does the junior high and the high school. But it's structured enough to where right now he's able to manage.
Sure. How many kids per class?
About 25, 30. Yeah.
And he's teaching all of them at this.
There's a lot of partner drills that happen.
Okay.
So he
that's
cool.
Yeah, I've done kickboxing, so a lot of partner stuff.
He had a lot of partner drills, and there's ways to manage it, but he does a really good job with it. It's because it's his passion, So.
Two things. Where does the name come from?
She's
now that's a story, y'all.
Really?
Well,
Bad Apple.
So Tyler BadApple Bialecki. He actually here at Cocoa Paw, I think it was the ring announcer. Somebody called him the Bad Apple. And that's where it was.
Oh, okay.
Is that because he was kicked out of so many
that's
swells?
what they knew, because he showed up here on a bus with shackles and
a straight
kicked out of San Diego.
No.
And there's that Bad Apple.
Yeah, no, that's it. Somebody gave him the name through one of his fights. But he also had a tattoo from one of his friends that had passed away. His name was Corbin, and they used to say he was rotten to the core. So he had rotten to the core tattoo here. And I think it kind of just... it just happened.
Spiraled into that name.
Yeah.
So now I know where.
He is the bad apple.
He's the bad.
I don't know. I feel like my son, we call him the Bad Apple Jr. And I
just
think
like him.
I think he's officially taken over the name.
And the other thing, so you guys opened the gym in 30 days. That's insanely fast. Tell me about that first few months of owning a gym, getting the memberships up. What was that like for you?
So we started with one unit, and in our head, we're like, all we need is 10 kids and it'll pay for itself.
Okay.
It's not one unit, it's small. That's all we need. And as long as our kids have somewhere to train and we have a couple of other athletes to be around them, it's going to be fine. So we did pre-registrations and we hit that mark pretty quickly. And then we had a little wait list. And then we negotiated with the neighbor to move her down so we could get that space.
Wow.
Then you turn that around. And it's our good friend Justin Hale always says, if you build
we
it,
love Justin.
if you build it, they will come. And so I kept thinking that. And my husband said, okay, we need another unit. We'd get another one. And now we have 3. And that's kind of a very manageable,
not too big,
and
for just you.
Yeah, and we like to call ourselves a private gym because it's not, you can't just pop in and do a class. You have to be a member, but it also helps with the kids that do the rotating sports too. So we know when they're going to leave seasonally, open some spots up, and but we get more of that one-on-one time, with the kids.
Do you have any crazy learning experiences? Because you never done this before. This was brand new. Any growing pains for you?
I think so. I think the biggest takeaway is when we first started, we had a lot more athletes that we focused a lot on the competitive aspect of it. And naturally we started to realize how some of the kids, I actually overheard one of the athletes say it was a safe space.
Okay.
And it totally changed our whole perspective. It's not the 1% that we were thinking we were catering to. It's really the other kids that need this place as their safe space or to be just hanging out with each other or a workout or something to do because their parents are at work, so that was the biggest growing thing the thing that we learned about this. Once we jumped in and opened it as a gym, it was a whole nother world. And you hear some of the crazy stories and, it's at the end of the day, we have to provide a space for the kids to be. And that's where it's.
So with the kids, you kind of mentioned the focus on probably turning out these athletes to compete on a professional level. You grew a little bit. You noticed that you're going to be here for everybody, despite what their future plans are, because this is the place that they can go and be themselves. Now, you do, though, focus on a bit of getting some pros out there, right? Because you got an event coming up, and that's what you got to have some belts or some bouts under you to be able to move up,
well,
right?
Let me tell you, it is amateurs.
Yeah.
So amateurs is very different than the pro, and what I'm learning also with this is that it gives the kids something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like we say, hey, we have a date. We finally got this sanctioned. And I got to tell you, it's really difficult to get judges to come to Yuma. It's difficult to get the sanctioned to come down to Yuma. Gary Diaz has done it before, and he's helping us with this show also. USA Boxing, all of the judges, the doctors, they're all based out of Phoenix.
Okay.
So to get them to come out here, especially during the summer, is kind of like a no-go if you haven't out. But it's a pretty big deal. So we finally got the date penciled in, and we're hoping to give these kids something to look forward to. And we have 22 out of 50 that are fighting out of Yuma gyms.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just us. We have Yuma Boxing Academy. We have Azteca Boxing. Padrinos is also, there's a gym operating in the foothills that I wasn't aware. That's Arizona Desert Boxing. They have 2 of their athletes. And then San Luis also has a couple of their athletes that signed up. And all of these athletes are going against people either from Phoenix, Las Vegas, California. So none of us are fighting each other.
So no humans are fighting humans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we wanted it to be a community thing. So, and to be honest, these boxers cannot move on to fight nationally ranked amateur shows unless they have 10 bouts. So the Yuma boxers are at a disadvantage because the bigger cities, they have their boxing gyms can do a gym or a show every other weekend.
Exactly.
Right, because they have access to the refs, the judges.
Yeah.
They've got access to all of that. Bigger cities, so it's tough to come out of Yuma.
Absolutely. So we're hoping that we can change the stigma. So if anybody out there is a boxing fan and wants to learn how to be a judge, you get a hold of me. We can figure it out. But
So what does that mean? Like,
how do you do that?
So USA Boxing has certifications that they do, and they
have to be certified.
Yeah, there's a certification.
Oh, definitely.
And you start to attend some events. They show you how to do it. The score system. They show you the scoring system. We ran into an issue with this show where there was only one doctor out of all of Arizona, pretty much. That can do sanctioned events. And he was at a Yuma, and he double booked himself.
Oh, no.
So I had to put a call to action out there with one of the with the community and one of the doctors that my husband does privates for, and they reached out to their resources over at Umbita, and now we have 3 USA Boxing registered ringside doctors that come out of right here in Yuma.
Cool.
Awesome. So excited. The one that's doing ours, his name is Ryan Czar, and he saving grace. But even USA Boxing Nationals was super excited that we got doctors on board, because it is, to put these shows together, it does take a village, and we have the resources out here. We have the people that would do it. We just need to show them how.
Yeah.
So you could get trained and be a judge though, right here in Yuma. You said, we don't have any, you said. So
we do have a couple, like
we do have a couple.
Gary and
judges.
his wife,
Okay.
the ones that own Yuma Boxing Academy, they're also judges.
Oh, gotcha.
To do one show, you need about 8 volunteer judges, and they have to be certified to do a show, and then you need a volunteer
It's a
doctor.
lot of judges. But you guys, you got to have a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
Well, to rotate though, right?
Yeah, they rotate, and
between
they do the.
It's not all 8 at one.
I see.
Yeah. One.
Yes, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
That's all right. Like, I'm learning.
No, they
Teach me.
rotate.
Ronnie doesn't own a TV. She grew up without TV. Like
I don't know what's out.
But this is step 1. It was what we're hoping. It's step 1 to open this up to where we get more resources in the community, and all of our athletes here in Yuma, all of the boxers, can at least start to get those bouts that they need to be able to perform at the higher level.
And this is your first one ever.
This is the first one.
Wow. Are you excited?
We are excited. It is in our parking lot.
Okay.
So if it's 3795 West 22nd Lane, kind of by Cibola, we blocked out our parking lot. We bought this really nice new ring. It'll be, we're doing it block party style.
Okay.
So Halloween themed. We will also have, during our intermission, we're going to have a little Halloween contest. So if you want to show up in costume.
You got your costumes. I like that.
You can show up in costume. $25 at the door. For kids, it's $10. But yeah, we have food for sale. All of the proceeds will benefit the Yuma boxers. We have a foundation. It's BadApple Youth Foundation. And earlier this year, we were able to send 3 athletes to nationals. One of them was actually to the Junior Olympics. One of them was Danny from Yuma Boxing Academy. So we try. The goal is to
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to send our best from every gym to represent
Yeah.
Yuma and Arizona as a whole.
Yeah.
So that foundation, it works with all the gyms then. If somebody needs that to be able to go to do something like this, that's what the foundation's for.
That's why we started it. So we have our BadApple Boxing, our gym, but we started the foundation with the intention that we'd be able to help more athletes get to the bigger stage. That's the goal. So obviously with these events that's what we're hoping to raise money for. There's always 4 national tournaments and they're a week long. If you're in the boxing community, you got to stay there for a whole week. It's expensive, but these kids, we had one that actually placed, got a silver medal at the National Junior Olympics.
Oh, wow.
And, he just happens to be my son, but
oh, there you go.
Are you serious? I didn't know.
But
you literally got one that was,
How exciting was that?
Oh, it was great. He's now ranked number 4 in the nation. And those are things that we think we have the potential in this community to have more than one.
Absolutely.
There's so much talent now that we've been able to see it and there's potential. So we're hoping.
I'm so happy for your
just
family.
Like
you're like just pros everywhere. Like this is amazing.
So before we go, is Tyler still involved with the MMA community at all?
A little bit. Yes, I think so. He does want to make a comeback.
Oh, he does. Okay.
He
Don't call it a comeback.
At the next MMA fight.
Yeah. So I don't know what show or when we're going to start to, but Tyler Bialecki will fight again. I will say that.
Okay.
And saying it now.
There
we
it is.
heard it today.
Cool.
And he didn't come today because he's preparing for the show.
Yeah.
But there's right now there's a lot riding on this and he wants to make sure that his boxers are prepared, but eventually.
So one more time, when is it?
It is this Saturday, October 25th, at BadApple Boxing. Gates open at noon, $25 to come in. If you're a kid, it's $10. And
you get to
and
watch
if people want to find out
day.
more information, how do they do that?
They can reach out to us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, BadApple Boxing, and there we have the flyers there. Or you could call me.
All right.
All right. If I just message her online,
you
she'll
can
get back
message
to
me
you.
on Instagram, BadApple Boxing. I will get back to you, and that's
Oh, awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate having you on and
this.
everything that you do for the community and the boxers and that foundation. That sounds amazing. So thank you very much. And with that, we are going to take a break and we'll be back with.
Oh my gosh, why do you do this to me? We're going to be back with, I didn't have my calendar.
It's okay.
open.
We're just going to be back.
Rise Up Realty.
Rise Up Realty. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Yuma and Imperial Valley Wealth Management, offering retirement planning, investment consulting, and money management aligned with the goals of each client. Appointments and information are at yivwm.com. Investment advisory services offered through CWM LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Blood services provider Vitalant is hosting blood drives at Yuma locations on an ongoing basis. Daily personal emergencies and ongoing medical needs of thousands of patients require a constant and ready blood supply. Donations of all blood types, especially O, are needed. Locations, dates, and appointments at donors.vitalant.org.
I'm your host, Jared J.B. Boyd. This week on Bill Street Caravan, we've got the 30th anniversary of Memphis' own Big Ass Truck.
Thursday evening at 7 on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
Arizona Western College will host a Katrina's and Katrines competition starting at 3 on October 30th in the breezeway of the 3C building on AWC's Yuma campus. Whether competing in attire or simply admiring the artistry, this celebration of Mexican tradition is open to everyone. Complete information is under events at azwestern.edu.
Amelius Alvarez from the KAWC Student Newsroom. Arizona Western College will be celebrating National Transfer Student Week, a nationwide initiative led by the National Institute for the Study of Transfer Students. AWC is hosting events and activities to help students explore transfer opportunities, connect with university representatives, and learn about the resources available to support them on their journey. The Transfer Services and Programs Coordinator, Angela Mesaga says that the event is a valuable resource for students.
That's the reason why it's important for us to have the Yuma Transfer and Correcto, because we're focused on not only transfer, but careers. What careers are you going into, and having those additional resources in different agencies and entities that give insight, and also internships or what jobs are available within these agencies.
The event will begin Monday, October 20th, and then Friday on October 24th. The event will be held both on the Yuma campus and the St. Louis Learning Center. From the KAWC Student Newsroom, I'm Elias Alvarez.
The Yuma Rotary Club will present the 67th annual Walt Cammon Sausage Fry starting at 4:30 on December 5th at the Yuma Civic Center. The event, which will include music and prizes, supports local scholarships administered by Yuma Rotary. Event details and tickets are available at yumarotary.org.
This is folk singer Michael Jonathan. Join us on Wood Songs this week. Gareth Pearson is here, an amazing guitarist called the Welsh Tornado, and the Magnolia Janes from Carnegie Hall to performing with Nelson Mandela, and now on Wood Songs, plus an amazing Wood Songs kid. All this and more on the Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour.
Tuesday evening at 7 on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
The Arizona Western College Theater Department will present Eurydice by playwright Sarah Roll at the AWC Theater at 7:30 on October 30th, 31st, and November 1st, and at 2 o'clock on November 2nd. The play is a retelling of the myth of Orpheus from the perspective of his wife, Eurydice. Tickets will be available at the event.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. Having a little bit of technical difficulties with the Facebook. If you're trying to watch it on there, it's not coming up. So sorry about that.
Dang it.
Yeah, that was copyright strike. So I don't.
I know we should just maybe use whatever music we want anytime we
Well,
want.
I think it was the song that was playing before we went live. So yeah, so I apologize about that, but we shall proceed. We shall proceed. And we're going to do that right now with Rise Up Realty with Johanna and Natasha. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Thank you. We are so excited to be here.
Oh, great.
Let's do it. Who's who?
Yeah, so
I'm Natasha.
Johanna, nice to meet you. Liz.
Awesome.
Yes.
all right. And how did you two meet?
Well, you want to tell them the story?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, our fiance, well, my fiance and her husband know each other.
Okay.
So they were in the Marine Corps together.
Mm-hmm.
And so they knew each other. We got into business together some years ago and decided to just open up our own real estate office together in Yuma. And it's been interesting so far.
It's a learning experience, isn't it? Yeah.
Definitely is.
It's been a blessing. Yeah, definitely. Just knowing each other from a long time ago, and then understanding there was more in life, right? Because we were with another brokerage prior and things didn't work out. So we're like, let's open something more powerful and something unique in the Yuma.
So where are you guys from originally? Was it the military that brought you here, both of you, or?
I am from here.
You're from here. Okay. You're from here. All right.
From here.
Yeah, because your accent is so thick.
Yep.
I'm like, what?
All right. And then how about you?
Yeah, I'm not from here. Actually, I was born in India.
Okay.
I came here to the U.S. in 1999 and on Halloween Day. So very cool that I remember that. Because I show up and I see people dressed up. There's
You're like, where am I?
Yeah, and I was like 10. So.
Oh, wow.
So imagine that, right? But since then, you just working and, getting used to the culture, the culture shock.
Yeah.
And so I grew up in California.
Okay.
So La Puente, West Covina area.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so from there, I lived in Phoenix for a while as well. And then now I'm in Yuma. And what brought me here was my fiance, who I met in California. So
okay.
I ended up here.
So was he stationed here, or was it?
He was working on the Marine Corps base in California, in near Riverside. And so we met. I found him on Instagram, and I don't want to tell him, he's probably listening, but
he's all, don't tell anybody.
I DM'd him because I thought he'd be a great, person to have on the team, and it ended up turning into something else.
Oh, I love it. Love online. That's okay.
So you guys met through your fiance and husband. Is that how it worked? Do I get that right?
Yes, they were good friends, great friends.
They were good friends.
And you two, did you like instantly click?
Yeah.
Yes.
We met, and she's such an amazing human being. When we met, I could already see like, wow, she's going to be such a great asset to our team, and just the business is going to grow so much, and we're going to become better together. So it was great. Yeah.
So you were both in real estate prior?
I've been in real estate for going on 9 years now, and I started in California, and then we met, and then,
Yeah, I started 3 years ago, so I come from a different background, retail. For almost 10 years.
Oh, what did you do?
Metro by T-Mobile.
Oh,
so I did that for 8+ years, managing 6 locations, 20+ employees. And there was a point in my life that I was like, hey, I already know everything I'm doing here. I come to work just doing the same. And I have always been hungry for more in life. And I'm like, there has to be something out there. And that's when I met her, and she told me about real estate, and I'm like, huh?
So what attracted you to real estate then? What did she say? What were her magic words that said, I want to do this?
It's pretty much, if you're doing great already, if you love sales, if you love talking to people, what about real estate? I'm like, hey, why not? I can help someone in the biggest purchase of their life, more meaningful, with a higher purpose. I think I can do it.
So then you got certified, or you went to school?
Yep. I went to school for real estate, actually, in this campus.
Oh, AWC.
Cool.
Yeah, I walked in and I'm like, oh, memories.
It was only 3 years ago.
That wasn't that long ago,
yeah.
though. But has it changed since?
As like
the campus.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's a lot bigger. But it was 3 years ago in October, actually, this month.
Was it hard, school, or was it fairly simple because you were like, oh, I can do this?
So I didn't touch a book for 10+ years, right? That was my challenge. So I'm like,
I gotta read.
I know I can do real estate, but could I pass the test?
Yeah.
It wasn't as hard. Plus, we use a schooling that is pretty good, and it took me a few tries, but it was possible. And we have done a lot since then, right?
So exciting.
So you get your license, and then were you working? Was it Rise Up Realty right away, or?
No, it was another brokerage that we were with. I was already licensed, out in the field. And then that's when we met, and that's kind of when we started working together. And so we had transitioned from that brokerage to our own brokerage.
Gotcha. So what is a brokerage for people that don't know, like me?
So a brokerage.
Me too.
Ronnie over there too.
So a brokerage is just a real estate office.
Oh,
okay.
It's
very simple.
Just having your own office. A real estate agent is someone who's a salesperson.
In that office.
Yes.
Okay.
And so you have to hang your license with a broker or a brokerage.
Okay.
And so that's the simple way of putting it.
So is your idea to say, hey, let's go out on our own?
Yeah.
Let's start our own thing.
Yeah.
And were you scared? Were you nervous?
Absolutely. Much like, I didn't, know much about real estate prior to. I was working at a cell phone accessories company before.
Oh, you guys have that in common too.
A little
bit.
My
goodness.
I worked at Subway. I worked at the cell phone accessories place. And I was just unhappy. When you're sitting there in a space where you just don't feel happy and you're trying to figure out why, even though you're grateful for everything. It's just, at the time, my life was kind of falling apart. My marriage wasn't that great as well. And my son was 4 at the time. So I just kind of found myself in that unhappy place. And, I was searching for something, and it happened to be real estate. Someone invited me and they said, why don't you look into this? And I was like, I don't even like talking to people.
Even though you're in customer service.
Yeah. So imagine that, right? I'm more introvert. I like to keep to myself. And then I had to learn how to be extrovert in the business. So when people say like, oh, it's not my thing, I don't know sales.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, you can
learn.
do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a perfect example. If I could do it, it was pretty scary doing that. And then having a job and having to do that and be a wife and be a mom. And it was a messy situation at times, but I ended up with just me and my son, and just continued business full time. I left my job and went business full time. And then that's when I met Adrian, and we came here. And so it's all been very scary.
So you're a brokerage then?
Yes, we're brokerage.
Okay. But do you also sell houses?
Yes.
Okay, so you're agent and a brokerage.
So in the real estate office, great question.
Yeah.
So in a real estate office, you have the broker who is more of a management position, which is I'm in that position, and then we help our agents, become more proficient, learn the skills, refine those skills over time, and then we do it all. So sell, buy, all that.
Okay.
So what's? No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is it
you
just
first? No.
Is it okay? I'll go. Is it just you two, or do you have multiple? You have other agents there?
Yes, we have more.
Oh, okay. Yep. How many?
So far, I think 10.
Nice. And when did it open? Rise Up Realty?
Almost 3 years ago.
Okay, so you got 10 people working and help, and it's a lot of self-promotion, isn't it? Like it is. So what's that like? Like really marketing yourself.
So we love marketing.
Yeah.
We see you guys all
Johnny.
Oh, cool.
What's up, Yuma? I'm like, I'm starting to hear that everywhere.
Very cool.
I hear that. It's like growing.
Hold on, wait a minute. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Tell me this.
What are we doing right?
So it was someone sharing a story of you, and both of you came up. We know someone that promotes your business as well.
Yeah.
Emily, right? So she told us about you as well, and I'm like, hey, they're doing something.
Yeah.
What's up, Yuma?
We're doing we don't know what it is, but we're doing something at least.
We just show up.
Yeah, we just kind of get here and
and we
stuff
are.
happens.
Yeah, for sure. We are huge on being out there in the community and marketing ourselves. If you guys do follow us on social media, we go from education to silliness, and we just make it different. And we love just putting ourselves out there.
So make it fun.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back. And I want to know what it's like a typical day showing somebody a house, how that works. You get a phone call like, hey, I need a house or whatever happens. You're going to let me know. We're going to do that after a quick break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Today's day sponsors are Mark John and Dr. Cheryl Haugo, expressing their deep appreciation for all the nurses at Desert Veterinary Clinic during National Technician Appreciation Week. The care and dedication they demonstrate on a daily basis are the foundation of Desert Veterinary's ongoing value to the community. More on care provided at desertvet.com.
Hear the rhythm. Feel the beat. Let your curiosity run away on the Latin Alternative. Hi, I'm Josh Norrick. Every episode of the Latin Alternative takes you on a thrilling rendezvous of sonic and exotic landscapes in Latin rock, funk, hip-hop, electronic, and tropical music. Join me and my co-host Ernesto Lechner on the Latin Alternative.
This evening at 7 p.m. on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
The KAWC Student Newsroom is funded by the Local News Initiative at the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona, the Scripps Howard Fund, and by generous local support. Thank you for supporting the next generation of public media. Learn more about the project and hear stories from emerging journalists at kawc.org/student newsroom.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here talking to Rise Up Realty, and we left with the question of what's it like for the typical client or the person that calls up and says, hey, I need a home. I just got kicked out of mine, and
I'm ready to buy.
Yeah, I need to buy one, and then hopefully I have enough money to do that. So what's that like when you get that? Is it leads? Is it because you're seeing people that are looking at Zillow, or what's that like typically?
Well, she's the listing queen. Maybe she.
All right, listing queen.
Let's hear about it.
We do get leads everywhere, depending.
Can you get a little closer to the mic or bring it to you?
Yes. So leads come from everywhere, right?
Yes.
It could be from a post that you did on social media. It could be from Zillow. It could be from Google. You can find us there as well. So I think it depends. It could be a referral. Those are the best. Just could be from different sources.
So you get that, and then somebody shows up in your office or calls, or you call them. What's it like typically?
So it's just urgency, right? Right away when you get a lead, is call them. We do get this feedback of, I sit down with this broker, with this agent, but it took forever for them to get the job done. So it's just calling them back quickly, finding their needs. For me, it's like, hey, would you prefer a phone call or meet me at the office? So understanding their needs. Sometimes, for example, I have an investor, the listing is going live this week. Let's do it over the phone. I know you already. Just give me the consultation. What does it look like to use an agent?
Sure.
I have been doing it by myself. You know what? This is how we do it, starting from just finding out what you need. What is the profit you need? How does it look throughout the transaction when we get in escrow? Just an understanding and being confident about what does it look like. That way there's no surprises.
Exactly. No questions left unanswered.
And if there is, because that's how real estate is, you're going to get questions maybe daily. It's okay. We're there to pick up the phone, and we do things different. Starting from marketing, communication, and just doing it the right way at the end of the day.
So what is it like though? You still haven't answered my question. I'm going to stick to it. So once they call though, and then they say, I got some money, I need a home. What's the first thing you do after you set up the time? Like you meet with them, do you see like how much money do you have? Do you have good credit? Like go into that.
That's important.
So having good credit is more on the lender side.
Okay.
But we do ask those questions.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the lender does take care of like, what is your credit? The down payment looks like this if you get this loan, depending on the loan.
Okay.
What about if you would like to live in San Luis or Yuma? That does depend a lot on the loan, but we don't go in details there. But yes, we do ask questions like, do you currently work?
Yes.
For how long you've been there for?
Yeah, it'd be nice if they had a job, right?
Some
for
people,
like a long time, the same one. Isn't that important? Kind of to have like stability.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's important, but there's a lot of ways out right now in real estate. So it depends. It used to be 2+ years, but right now you can actually grab time from the previous job. So it depends on their situation.
Gotcha.
If they do fit that criteria of like, hey, I do have a full-time job. My credit is 620 and higher. Let's sit down.
Let's
Gotcha.
talk.
So then you sit down and then you find out like, okay, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, stuff like that. You got a family, dog, and then you got like houses that are on the market that kind of fit that.
So first we give them education about the home buying process.
Oh, okay.
So we don't go right away into like, okay, how does it look? Some of them are really scared, right? It's the biggest purchase of their life, first-time home buyers. So pretty much telling them where the market is. That is the key. We use the economic cycle. When the rates are high, home prices are low, and vice versa. So it's just understanding the market, understanding how we do things, how we're going to take care of you as an agent. A lot of them, they think they have to pay the agent. Well, yes, but some of the time we can negotiate. So there is fees included in their transaction if they're a buyer, seller as well, but they have more fees on their end as a buyer. So we just explain that we can negotiate and we can be there.
Do you make them get pre-qualified, like to meet before or after?
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't force. We don't force anyone. If they're coming in cold, as you know, we don't know them. We get to know them, and then we urge them to get the pre-qual.
And it's free.
Yeah,
from a lender.
And I see it this way. You know, you don't want to go fall in love with the house that you can't afford ultimately. And it's about being able to afford it.
Yeah.
Right. Because then it becomes emotional.
And I had no clue like what our range was until we went and actually did that paper. And then I'm like, oh, that's what we can afford. Because I'm like looking at the $1 million house over there. You know, I definitely can't afford that.
Ronnie wanted to go big time. And
I got humbled real quick.
That's what I
can
monthly
get. Payment for that too.
And we can't afford that. So you kind of talked about like the market, you know, with rates and pricing. What do you guys personally feel about the market right now? Like, is it crazy? Is it normal? Like, what do you guys think?
So we always think you can always purchase and you can always sell, right? There is a lot of misunderstanding out there that, hey, it's not a good time to buy. It's not a good time to sell. And that's what we get when we sit down with families. We always tell you, it depends on your situation at the end of the day. The market was a little bit tough, for the past few months. High rates. I don't know if you guys saw or you're familiar with it, but it's doing better.
Okay.
We are seeing more buyers coming into the market, more listings. So we just tell you it's starting to get competitive. So
I think, it's been a little tougher, but you just have to remind people that if you can buy or sell, buy or sell, because you can't wait for the perfect time, because the perfect time would have been 5 years ago.
That's so true.
So when we start getting in our own head about, is this the right time? Just depends on, well, do you qualify and do you want a home? There has to be a motive behind it. And this coming year, we project it to be amazing because rates are starting to come down, and it's going to bring back a lot of people in the market. So we're looking to help as many people as we can.
And so you said helping people. Off air, we're talking a little bit about the common experience, and you'd mentioned you become a therapist at one point, right? Can you talk a little bit about that? Because it is a scary purchase. You're mentioning one of the biggest, or probably the biggest purchase you're ever going to make, and you're kind of stuck with it once you have it. So what's that like, and why the therapy that the client's going to need?
Especially if it's your first time purchasing a home. I've sat down with a lot of people, and they feel as if that they didn't get guided through the process and be explained things that they should have been explained. And so what we have in our business, we pride ourselves on making sure that we don't take shortcuts, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that want that American dream. And so to start with a buyer who isn't that experienced in the process, being able to coach them through that is why our service is unparalleled.
So you're saying you walk them through it. They have a lot of questions, and what are the typical questions that they have?
Oh, how much am I going to be paying every month? Can I afford it? It's mostly a lot of financial questions, but in the process of purchasing, it just, what do they like? I don't think I like this. Like, can you show me something else that fits what I want? And then sometimes the expectations don't meet the finances. And so helping them navigate.
So understanding that part, right? Because Ronnie wanted that $1 million home over there facing the sunset every evening. And
with the sauna and the pool. And
she wanted that. She goes to you and she's
girlfriend?
Like, this is what I want. And you're like, I don't know, Ronnie. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. How do you let Ronnie down? I haven't figured that out myself, but go ahead. How do you do it?
So it's tough in our position, right? Because we have to bring back to reality, but it's more about just reminding you that, what is your ultimate goal, especially if you are a new buyer, right? And if your need is, hey, I want something affordable and I don't want to struggle. These are the types of questions we're asking and finding out as we listen to our buyers. And if you tell me, hey, I want to have something I can afford and I want this criteria, and then you find a house that doesn't meet that criteria, I show it to you anyway. But then we have this conversation like, you remember when we sat down and you said, this is your criteria. Do you think that you'll be struggling? And because you did tell me you wanted to have something more affordable.
Exactly.
Do you want to struggle for the next however long you have this
30 years?
home?
Yeah.
So, and then it's reminding everyone that, yes, we want the big, beautiful American dream house, but it starts with purchasing one and then being able to open up to the equity that it gives you to purchase another one or to scale up, because there really is a process to it.
So what if Ronnie says Bo's just going to work overtime and he's going to get that money? That's her husband. Yeah. It's like,
he'll struggle. I'll be good.
She's like, I'm going to be fine. I get to go show up at a radio show.
What if they just keep pressing for that one they can't afford?
Well, at the end of the day, the banks are going to decide if they can afford it.
There you go.
So
it's like, take that to the bank and try.
You're
Ronnie.
like, okay, I'll try.
So it's combined with a lot of different things. But during the process, that therapy, what you were asking about is, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in a transaction. And sometimes we try to avoid that as much as we can. We make sure our buyers know, hey, don't buy a new car. When you're in the process.
I see that. Like I've heard that. Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a meme or something.
It is.
It's like
no big purchases when you're looking for a house.
Yeah.
And has that happened to you guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They go, well, oh my goodness.
Even when we tell them
don't
up front. Yeah.
Don't do it.
And then they do it, and then what do you
You're
say?
like, look at my new Mercedes out there.
You're like, oh my gosh. We are running around with their head cut off trying to figure it out for them, because we are emotionally involved. Not not because we're going to get paid. Yeah, sure, the money's great, but it's emotional because these people want this home so much, and then it accidentally happens, even though we let them know not to. But these situations happen all the time, whether it's buying a car or someone loses their job or their credit changes.
Sure.
Having to navigate that, we have to stay solution oriented.
Yeah.
But also, just be willing to coach them through the emotional process. I've had so much of that this year.
Oh yeah, a lot this year.
A big therapy year for you guys.
Oh, cool.
So much of that. But I mean, we've built clients long term, with that relationship. Right. And, we have some people coming to our office that have bought the home with us too. And so now they want to get their license.
Oh, wow.
So it's being able to make jokes about how troublesome they were in the transaction.
Oh, yeah. Like,
now you're going to learn.
Oh, yeah. You're going to learn. You're going to learn today.
My payback right now.
Oh, you thought that was easy, huh? Okay. All right. So how do people find out more about you guys?
Through social media. You can see us everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
We do 4 to 6 videos a month on YouTube about education, about the home buying process, how we started. You get to know each of us in a deeper level. I think that is really important. And all platforms at the moment. Call us, text us, stop by the office.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being with us. Appreciate it.
Ladies, thank you.
Yeah, very good. And with that, What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer today, Anthony Ornelas, along with Juan Garcia and Dave Arik.
And you can find out more about KAWC at kawc.org, on Facebook at KAWC Radio, and on the KAWC app. And stay tuned following our program for KOFA Midday Music.
And on tomorrow's program, we are going to be joined first by Isaac and Luis from 95 Swap Meet. Yep. And as well as Sandra and Veronica from Casa Kids.
And you can listen to the podcast version of our program at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio, and email us at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
Yes, if you want to get on the show, that's the best way to do it. Send an email and find out what dates and times we have
I'll get
available.
back to you right away.
She'll get back to you. And the people that haven't got back to her yet,
email me.
Geez.
You're in trouble.
You're on the naughty list.
I pushed you back to next year.
I know. There's a few of you. I'm talking about you, Nestor. Anyway, all right. You guys have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma and Imperial Valley Wealth Management, offering solutions for those who value financial planning. YIVWM.com.
Broadcasting from Yuma campus of Arizona Western College for more than 55 years, this is Border Radio, 94.7 FM, KOFA Yuma. We also broadcast at 1320 AM in Yuma, at kawc.org, and on the KOFA app.
The Yuma County Library District provides activities and resources at its branches for people of all ages. Events include story time, citizenship classes, bilingual programs, crafts, author talks, and more. For more information about the activities and calendar of events, plus other in-person and online resources, visit yumalibrary.org.